I loves me some 1 degree of Chunky B.
Now, I just have to make a comment about Chunky B. Have you ever seen him looking so good?
The panel then includes actress Lady Kazan, comedian Chunky B, and Playboy TV host Julie Strain. Chunky?
What was the question? I tell you what, we're a little off the grid. We're a little out of our schedule.
It's
But
late.
I tell you what, when you get a guy like we got coming in the Garage of Love on the right now tonight,
Yeah.
we're breaking freaking rules. But before we go any further, I know I'm a little off my game because it's fucking like
Yes,
almost
you
like
are.
10:30. Check it out. Thank you for your undivided attention. This is 1 degree of Chunky B in the Garage of Love. Definitely check us out at chunkyb.tv. But you know what makes me click? What makes me feel like the fucking best podcast in the nation? The executive producer of Love. He goes by the name of Gary Adler from Four Eyed Films.
Hey, thanks, Chunky B. Check it out, man. I'm drinking the Venice Duck tonight.
We all are.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean,
John Henry Binder, Christian Warren, thank you. And once again, we've said this 100 times. Congratulations for nailing Dodger Stadium.
That's right. Chavez Ravine. Chavez Ravine.
God. Serving the duck at Dodger games.
Isn't that crazy? Have you been up there yet? Have you had a duck at the Dodger Stadium?
I have not. And let me tell you a little something. I have a little problem getting up that fucking hill. I just don't like the traffic. I don't like the parking.
Yeah.
You know, and I know we've got kids, and we'll talk about how much we're not bringing them to the Dodger game.
I don't like any of it.
You haven't been
Except
there.
I love being at the games. But I wish we could just teleport in there.
I know it. Let's talk about what's happening. What makes you watch television? I'm asking you. I'm asking the public.
Me?
I'm asking everybody. Yeah, because I'll tell you what makes me click.
What do you got?
I'm addicted to reality television.
Addicted to it?
Yes.
That's what you watch all the time?
check
Let
this
me
out.
guess. I know what you watch. Can I guess?
Lay it on me.
Wicked Tuna. You
That
love
still
Wicked
stings.
Tuna,
That still
right?
stings a little bit. We'll talk about that. Yeah.
Deadliest Catch.
No doubt.
Naked and Afraid.
Yes.
Dual Survivor.
Yes.
Survivor? You still a Survivor
I'm
guy?
still doing Survivor.
Yeah,
Yep.
our family's still doing Survivor too.
Yep.
And
Even
what
the Bush
about
people.
Luggage Wars? Are you into that?
Oh God, you're stinging me so fucking hard. You don't going. You know something? Let's just bust it out.
Let's do it.
This man has been a friend of ours for a long time, and at one time I thought he was going to increase our popularity. Terence Michael, one of the best producers in reality television known to mankind.
Yes.
Welcome to the Garage of Love. It's been a long time since the three of us have been in a room.
It's been a while. We were having beers, though, last time.
It was mandatory, especially when you get the duck going.
That's right. Where do we go? Tompkins Square, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think more importantly is that we auditioned for this guy. I know I auditioned like 10 times.
Yeah.
You came in there twice, and we were ready to do a reality show about airports and their
About
luggage.
our expertise.
Our expertise.
Yes. Which people don't know, but Chunky and I, we buy luggage that was left over at the airports, and
I got you.
We resell it. For,
Let's get
profit.
right to the chase. Let's talk to Terrence right now.
You guys rocked it, by the way. I just finished doing a new pilot with Spike. All the executives were there. They were on set every day. And they came up to me several times and said, we screwed up. Like, we should have done Luggage Wars. We don't think it would have gone into a season 2, which was why we didn't do it at the time. But we feel it could have had a good season 1.
Okay.
So
Did they really say
they
that?
really
or you
did
just
say,
fucking
no,
around?
I swear they said that. I'll name check him, Jeff Saviano. He was on set every day. He's a great executive at Spike.
How'd you get into it? Because you're good at it. You and I and Adler, we hung out
it was
on
fun.
location for let's just call it 11 days.
Yeah.
It might have been 3.
Yeah. I'm saying the other cast members ruined that show. That's what I'm saying.
Black Star.
Black Star and then the 2 bimbos who were
Yeah.
just, whatever.
Okay,
man.
let's start. Let's go into the podcast. Let's go. We met you, and you pulled us in, and you were doing a lot of work for Gurney.
Yes.
And Gurney's doing Duck Dynasty, which is
Yes.
their big, huge hit. What else is going on over there?
They've also got Leah Remini. Remember the Scientologist? King of Queens, one of my favorite sitcoms.
Right.
What do you mean they're doing
Oh.
King of King?
Okay, no,
No,
Leah
Leah
Remini.
Remini.
from that show.
Oh.
You know,
So
my wife loves that show.
So
That's
she-
a Gurney
Yeah.
production?
Yeah, she has the real life situation of that where her dad lives with her and she's got her kids.
Yeah.
They're going into season 2 on that.
Awesome.
They had another show that I did 88 episodes of called Auction Hunters on Spike.
Another sore spot for Chunky B.
You know something? Every time
He was supposed to be Ton. You know that, right?
You would
Yeah.
have been a great ton.
Yeah.
You would have been a great ton.
But you're off and rolling. You're off and rolling. You've got 100% terry cloth.
100% terry cloth. Yeah, we signed a overall deal with Gurney Productions. So we have sort of a first look where we show them the project. If they don't want to do it under their infrastructure, we can take it out on our own.
Right, right.
So sometimes it's beneficial to go with them. Sometimes it's better we just go on our own. And that's how we got hooked up. Scott Gurney, who heads the company, was a huge fan of a show that 100% Terry Cloth did. A couple of them, but the one big one was in Florida, this show called Bubba's World, which was kind of the Black Duck Dynasty. These redneck hicks in Florida, very, very wealthy, but they were a black family and into motocross. So it was motocross instead of duck hunting.
Gotcha.
But it was in Florida, and he's from Florida. He grew up in Florida. And then another show that I sold called Shooting Sizemore on VH1. So he had been a fan, and he was doing recrees back then, and his company just started to blow up. And we did like 4 pilots in 1 year under 100% terry cloth. And most of you listeners probably know with these pilots, it's a crapshoot.
Sure.
It's like 1 in maybe 100 of these things gets picked up. So that 1 year when we did 4 and all 4 of them didn't get picked up, I was like, ugh.
How frustrating
I
is
was
that?
devastated. Yeah.
Terrence, I mean, seriously, you're busting your hump, and I know you're doing 14 hours a freaking day.
Yeah.
I've seen you in action, and then when you sit there and put your your blood, sweat, and tears into a project, and almost it gets kicked to the curb, which you and I,
Dude, how many times? How many times that happened to us?
we are not going to give up, and this is the reason why this gentleman right here is
Yeah.
on the podcast of 1 Degree of Chunky B, because we're rebuilding bridges, because we've got some things,
Should we pitch him the adoption?
Oh my God, he
good
can't
show.
handle that.
The adoption. Someone adopts Chunky B for the day.
No,
No.
are you ready for this?
Yeah, do it, Chunk.
We
Can I
went-
give him the finale? Or you want to give him the finale? I love the finale.
Okay,
Go ahead, go
okay.
for it, man.
Check this out. Old friend Eugene Young. He's over. Oh God, where is he
Don't
now?
go off script. Pitch him.
Right. Okay. So he's at one time said, "Give me something big." A month later, we come up, the adoption. 10 couples vie for one woman having a baby, and she gets to choose who, at a series of events, who gets the baby at the end. And the finale is the birth. And the last 2 couples that are still in the program are sitting in the waiting room, and she comes out with the golden scissors and hands them to the couple. And says, "You are the new parents."
Cut the cord.
Cut the cord. The adoption.
Love it.
Wow.
Isn't that deep and crazy?
That's big.
We pitched it twice. They kicked us the fuck out.
I bet they did.
Seriously. Seriously.
Yeah, 3-ball was like, really, guys?
Oh,
We
man.
we killed them. But no,
Nah,
I
we
just did
do
a
that for a
project with
joke,
them.
though.
They're great.
We do, when Chunky and I go in to pitch, we pitch the adoption first just to see people's
Just to see
faces.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, I don't know if we can be associated with that.
let's talk about the bullshit
Yes.
Ooh.
in reality television. I mean, I don't know the backstory about Duck Dynasty. I just know that what it takes to put a reality show on. How much is manipulated?
Well, I mean, if you're talking about, are you talking about Duck Dynasty? Or you mean in general?
Let's
or-
go in general for now.
Well, so there's different forms of reality, obviously. When you're talking about the game show stuff and the competition stuff, like, before we started the show, Gary was talking about watching Survivor with the family.
Right.
You were talking about some other show. Those shows are all regulated by the state, and there's lawyers on set, and that's not produced.
That's a game show,
that's a
so
game-
it's
Right.
under
And
regulations.
so there's got to be some type of fairness.
Yeah.
Right. They can't manipulate.
And realness.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, people try to categorize that as reality. I mean, I guess it fits in the scheme of things, but yeah, Gary's right. Those are game shows. If you're talking about the things that are like sitcoms in disguise, like a Duck Dynasty, things like
Yeah.
that, It depends on the network and it depends on the talent, but at the end of the day, there's no budget or money to sit there with cameras all day and what's going to happen interesting. Oh, you're doing the laundry and now you're washing the dishes. So we have to sort of plan manufactured beats. We hope by working with the talent, these are things that have happened in the past. Can you recreate it now? Can you have that conversation with your mom you had the other day that you told us about? So almost everything nowadays is soft scripted for sure, because there's a schedule, there's a call sheet. This is what you're wearing. We're showing up. Remember, this is when you are planning your mom's funeral, whatever it is.
Here's the script.
Here,
Yeah, you're right.
Well, and in some shows, it is here's the script. The thing is, reality has been very scared of getting to that point where they're like, how real do we say this is or not? Then there was the hybrid, and now people are just flat out scripting. I mean, some networks just in some shows just flat out do that. Others, you still have to sort of push it along.
I cannot watch Storage Wars, and when they open up that door and they're like, oh gosh, what's this behind the cabinet?
Right.
You know, and I know for a fact that 99% of the time
They put it there.
they put it there.
Yeah.
Right, and you hope that from stories and for things that have happened, they're putting things there that maybe happened, but you can't
That
sit
they can
there-
relate to.
Yeah, you
and-
can't go to 20 auctions, open 200 units, and then hey, here it is.
Right.
You gotta do something.
Yeah.
But since we've worked in the reality,
Yeah, and I want to ask: are we, if we wanted our audience to see that pilot, can we show it now at this point or no?
it's been
I'm
years.
not going to answer that on the podcast, but what you guys do, you guys do, I think is great. I love it. I still watch it. It's fantastic.
All right. Well, we never had this conversation.
I don't think anyone would come after you. Put it that way.
Okay, we're gonna put a link
Yeah.
up on the site, and if those folks at home want to see our pilot we did with Terrence, check it out.
It was so much fun.
I watched it the other day.
What does America want to see? What's the hook? If we were to come up with a reality show after this podcast, what are they looking for right now? What's hot? And I'm thinking Alaska. Jesus, another fucking show in Alaska. I'm gonna freak out.
Yeah, I mean, Alaska's probably on the way down, but I mean, that's what they want. They want to see themselves, those universal human themes, everything that you deal with every day, money, family, time, sex, but on something that they don't know about, like boaters in
Or
Alaska,
swamp people or whatever.
Swamp people or celebrities, like, wow, they're just like, they put on their jeans like me. They complain about going to the mall just like me, but they're different. They're interesting to look at. So depending on the network, you have your female high-class networks, like your E. So that's going to be the Kardashian type stuff.
Sure.
You have your male networks. Well, I was going to say Spike, but Spike is now just rebranded. They have a whole new logo, and now they're calling themselves gender balanced.
Yeah, they're trying to pull some female audience in.
Exactly.
Yeah. But there's different sort of genres of reality television. Like there's the tally shows, there's the family shows.
Like, what do you mean tally? Like,
Well, the tally
a
show
goal?
is why our show didn't go. From what I remember, them saying that tally shows were on their way out, which was, oh, they made this much money, and this is what the profit was at the end, and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, because the economy's been improving. That's when all those item-based shows started, like Storage Wars and Auction Hunters. They hit right when the economy's bad. Now the economy's improving. People aren't going to those auctions as much. They're not looking in the garage. Right? Right. You're
I know exactly what you're talking about.
going to Costco now more.
I'm getting out. But there's still, like, I just saw a new storage show.
Did you?
I don't think you did. Now, I mean, they
Really?
spun up. There was Container Wars. There was Shipping Wars. But I think those are
Shipping
almost
Wars.
all done now.
And the
Okay,
Ice
what
Road
about-
Truckers
okay.
is done.
What about the like the couple with the glasses? That was a Auction Wars or something, right?
Auction
Is-
Hunters?
Hunters, yeah.
No, Auction Hunters was a ton, and that other dude.
No.
that was you guys, yeah.
I'm talking about these
Storage Hunters on True TV.
Yes.
Storage
Yeah,
Hunters.
Yes.
extremely scripted.
Right, with the with the couple with the glasses that are
Yes.
and then you got the guy from Philly that and then you've got the New York businessman with the tattoos.
That's Baggage Battles.
That's what it is.
That's
Yeah,
Baggage
that's-
Battles on Travel Channel.
Yeah,
That's what
but
it
I
is.
don't
That's-
think that got 3 seasons or 2 seasons of Baggage
Is that
Biles?
out? Was that out?
I know it did 2. I want to say it, unfortunately, maybe even did 3.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they keep playing it, but it hasn't rated well, and that also contributed to Luggage Wars. Like, if that rated better, they'd be like, oh. But
Yeah.
they were worried there just wasn't a lot in the world.
It's too bad.
What's
It
coming
is.
down the pike?
We couldn't afford
You've
to
got
do
to
that
you've
shit.
got to be able to, if you're going to be a producer and you're going to pitch shows and make shows popular, you got to know what's trending, even be ahead of what's trending. So you kind of want, if it was a video online or in the social media, you want this shit to go viral. And how do you predict? You just guess? I mean, it's just a crapshoot.
It's a crapshoot. But like to answer your earlier question, it's as far as the trends, it's like now it's all about entrepreneurial, it's business, it's startups, helping startups, rescuing startups. Because if you follow the economy and the trend, now that it's
Right.
improving, that's what's happening. People are getting out there.
Yeah, you get the bar show, bar
Rescue, The Profit, Shark Tank. CNBC is a
yep.
whole presence
Food
now.
Fortune.
Food Fortune.
You know
No, that's
something?
good. Yeah.
We're going to blow the dust off of
Restaurant
our,
Rescue.
our Detroit thing. We're going to blow the bust, even though they may not.
Detroit.
Rebel Girls.
Okay, Nixnay on the thing, nay. we can't be busting this shit out now.
No,
We'll
it's
have a
fine.
meeting with Terrence when we're good and
You
ready.
think Karen McCoy is going to go do the show? I mean, what? I mean, we love you,
mess with
Karen, but
Yeah.
don't steal our idea.
You love the business.
I do. I love the business. I
What do you love about it?
Here's what I love. So I was in the film business for 10 years before I started in TV. It's extremely slow. It's obviously all scripted, and you spend years and years raising money and working on this one story. And every department, you guys know, props, art, wardrobe, whatever, does their job so well that when you get into production, it's perfunctory, it's boring. Just get it done. It's a product. As a producer, what reason I love television is the closest that I can get being a producer to being totally creative, moving quickly, making something happen that's going to air in just a couple of months.
Right.
Because in television, and especially in alternative television, or what we're calling reality tonight, it's me, the producer, that is coming up with storylines and working directly with the talent. Say this. Oh, that was hilarious. Do that. Oh, mine. One more take. Great. Boom. Then I'm in the edit room next week, and then it's airing. Like in film, there's no such thing as that. So
Right.
I love telling story, whether it's big actors or normal everyday people.
It's more immediate gratification. than
Immediate
television.
gratification. Yes,
Right.
that was the short answer. Thank you, Karen.
Right, but immediate gratification still takes a couple weeks.
Still takes a couple weeks, sometimes months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it takes time.
Sometimes you
Sure.
never
right.
get that gratification.
Dude, seriously, you've given me I'm internally bleeding here. Okay, a lot of people don't realize how painful this is.
Why hasn't someone done a show called Silicon Beach?
I don't know. I think that's great. I mean, and there's now a scripted show called on HBO. It's called Silicon Valley, or
It's no. There's the Hatch, and that's AMC. It's
No, but-
Halt and Catch Fire.
no, but there is a HBO show called Silicon Valley.
Yeah,
It's
there's
all-
Silicon Valley, but Silicon Beach would be sick with
Oh,
all
yeah.
the
What's it
cool
about?
startups in Santa Monica. They call Santa Monica now Silicon Beach
Because of the boobs?
because all the startups.
Yeah, and Playa Vista
There's
area too.
all the
like
tech startups are in
Facebook.
Santa Monica now,
YouTube,
and they call that area Silicon Beach.
Google bought up entire Rose Street there in Venice. They own that whole street.
But isn't Google also coming down here in Playa Vista?
Yeah, but if we followed like 3 or 4 startups to see who became successful, that would be super cool. Show.
No, I look, that's a great idea, and that's right what everybody's looking for right now.
Hello, winner.
All
We're-
right, there we
dude,
go.
We're
Great,
so
just
rich.
gave it away to your whole audience.
We're so rich right now. We don't have to air this, Terrence.
Actually, Terrence, we're just here to pitch you a show.
That's right.
To make us look cool, we put you on a podcast that doesn't exist.
Oh my God, that's the most brilliant idea I've ever heard of how to pitch. That is
Yeah.
hilarious.
All this shit's going back as soon as you're out.
That's-
It's all
oh
rented.
my God, you guys, that's genius.
Okay, you know what's a crack up? You know what's a crack up? A couple of years back, my son's friend Ronan, right?
Yeah.
I'd go over to Ronan's house in Playa del Rey, and I see this guy on the street,
Right.
and Ronan's like, "Hey, Terrence." And he's like, "Hey, Ronan." Wait. What the fuck is going on around here, right?
And it's a pretty obscure street, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. Great freaking neighborhood. And, you know, Ronan's like giving you shit, like, oh, about time you do your grass or something. Or, I don't know. Didn't you have a dumpster in front of you? Was that your house?
Yeah, we're doing landscaping.
You were redoing landscaping. So check this out. Terrence and I just reconnect because some information about Ocean Charter that he wants. Check it out. I'm like, hey, dude. Everyone loves reality. You got your finger on the pulse of reality shows. Once you come on a podcast, it turns out the fucker lives 3 blocks away.
Isn't that crazy? We've had a lot of guests in this neighborhood.
We have
You have no idea who lives in this fucking neighborhood.
It's a great neighborhood. I didn't even know it existed. I love this
You know,
area.
we had the director of Blackfish on twice, and she lives a few doors down.
Yeah. And what about the guy from Denver Broncos?
That's right. We had one of the Denver Broncos on. He lives a couple doors down.
Oh, okay.
This neighborhood is blowing up.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy?
Oh my God, it's
Oh
nuts.
my God. Yeah.
No, let's talk personal life. You still have the same woman you're with for,
Same woman. Yeah, coming on 9 years.
and you're living together.
Living together in the marina. Yeah, sold the house in Playa. By the way, that was the house where the Black Widows lived in Luggage Wars.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that.
yeah.
I remember
No,
that.
the Black
Yeah,
Widows.
the garage. Their garage was the garage there.
Those
Yeah,
bitches.
those bitches. That's why we had to sell the house. We're like,
Yeah. It was tainted.
People are going to be coming by looking for the Black Widows.
Yeah. So, are you renting down the strerit? Did you
No,
buy
we
it?
bought. We bought. It was. I bought it when I was on the show in New York, just so we'd have a place because the house sold like that.
Yeah.
So it's meant to be temporary, and we've never had a townhome type. We've always had, like you guys have here, single families, but we fell in love with it. It's
Oh, you're in the
so-
townhouses over there? Oh,
it's
that's cool.
so nice and like modern and big ceilings, and I mean we're still looking for a house because we do like having a yard and everything. But
Are you growing old with this woman?
I don't know. I don't.
She's got a kid,
2 kids.
and you're looking for an elementary school, aren't you?
Yeah, but that's not for the kids. That's
Another thing?
separate thing. Yeah, she's a psychologist here in
Oh,
Santa
right.
Monica.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
what you
she's
said.
looking to hook up with. She does testing and stuff for kids and
Yeah.
things like that. So
That's cool.
she's moving her business around. So she's trying to move it in this area. So we were eating at Ronnie's, and I was like, oh my God,
Right across the
Chucky
street.
and Gary. I know they started a charter school over here somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah, right there.
Yep. Okay, I want to let you know I've got
What?
a whole bunch more questions.
Okay.
Well,
Let's
we're gonna
get
take
something. Let's tease something.
let's tease something.
Promo.
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
dude, where can we find you? What if somebody wanted to dial in? Are you a Twitter guy? Facebook?
I'm a Facebook guy. I'm an Instagram guy.
Okay, all right.
Where would people find you or look for the work that you've done?
They can just go to my namesake, TerenceMichael.com.
TerenceMichael.com, people.
That's easy enough.
Yeah.
Done.
And then we're going to get a little nitty gritty. We're going to start, like, I know we've been on the surface. We've been giving them, like, little softballs here. But I still want to get, there's some things on my mind that
Yeah.
are not clear.
I want to know.
I think that's in general.
I want to know how much. I want to know how much those Duck Dynasty guys are actually making.
Let's talk money.
Yeah.
Let's talk future.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our future. And now that we got Mr. fucking 100% Terry Cloth,
Yeah.
fucking, we're going to start doing some shit again.
I love
we're
it.
blowing the dust off some motherfucking shit. And you know what? Don't even give me shit because you're watching 1 Degree of Chunky B on ChunkyB.tv. You got Adler right across the
That's
I was
right,
about to say
people.
across the street. And we've got,
Yeah, I
we've
am
got
across the street.
look at that. It's not Duck Dynasty. It's Lucky Duck out of Venice.
Wow, we got a whole theme going on here.
If you're not afraid to get your quack on,
Lots of ducks.
get your quack on. All right, we got Terence Michael coming back right after this, and I'm going to start fucking getting spunky. I'm feeling spunky. Maybe that's the duck kicking in, but we're going to be right back. Don't go. Get online. Tell your friends to fucking dial in. Hey, you guys, Chunky B. 1 Degree of Chunky B in the Garage of Love, and you know if you want to get your quack on, you go to Venice Duck. And I'm not even kidding. This is a good beer. Tell your friends. Don't be afraid to get your quack on. Dude, this is actually really
I
good
know,
beer.
it's fucking great beer.
We're so lucky.
Oh shit, I'm still recording.
Hey, you guys, music provided by Play Up Music. That's playupmusic.com.
Hey, I'm Terence Michael, and you're watching 1 Degree of Chunky B.
Check it out, people. One, we've got a great friend in the Garage of Love. Terence Michael, and I know you watched the first half. He's a reality producer. We're going to talk more about that, but I want to talk about me because sometimes I get a little selfish. I get a little needy. You go to 1 Degree of Chunky B. That's us right now. Or website, chunkyb.tv. And I don't know who you are, but I want to say thank you. Someone's sending us money for lunch. We've got a donate button.
Yeah, people are hitting the donate button, man.
And then even some people are shopping through our website on Amazon. Whoever you people are, hugs and kisses.
Oh,
yeah,
that's great.
it doesn't
Amazon.
cost you guys anything. Just go to the website, chunkyb.tv.
Right.
Click. If you're going to go shopping, click on the Amazon button, and then we get a small percentage of that. Costs you guys nothing.
Right. And here lies my problem. We've got so many viewers that are dialing in on a week. We've got so many different avenues. We got YouTube. We got the pod. All this stuff. How come I can't get more freaking followers on my Twitter? I've got like less than 250.
What's your Twitter handle? You never pitch your Twitter handle. That's why.
Chunky B TV.
Chunky B TV.
Chunky B.
This is the first time you've ever said it on air, by the way.
Is it really?
Yes. Look in that camera and tell him where to go.
Okay, please. I need more followers because you know something. When we pitch a show to Terrence, he's just like, "How many followers you got?"
Yeah.
It's
I got like
part of
60.
Yeah, I got 200. I had 248, and then some 2 dudes left me. I'm like, I'm about 245. But this podcast, we can hit up to 20,000, 15,000 a week.
Yeah.
Okay, Chunky B TV Twitter, and I won't bug you. I'll only Twitter once a day.
Yeah.
Okay?
The other thing we really like our audience to do, Chunk,
What?
is to like our Facebook page.
Yeah.
But also, more importantly, go to iTunes and like our podcast, and also comment about the podcast. Give it 5 stars, please.
Okay, and check it out. Sklar Brothers, I think we just had them last
Oh my God.
podcast.
So
Jason
funny.
and Randy Sklar, and they are like 2 twins that are comically driven towards sports because I work with them on Jim Rome. I was on their show last week.
That's right. I don't know when it's going to air. Do you know when it's airing?
Which one?
Their show. Yours,
When
the one
I
that
was a
you're
guest on
on.
it?
Yeah.
It's on right now.
It is?
I listened to it today.
How come I can't get tuned into that? Where am I going? Tell the folks at
Okay,
home.
you go to Earwolf.
Okay.
And you go to Earwolf and you go to the Sklar Brothers, and it looks like the NBA logo. With
Yeah.
But it's 2 twins with microphones.
And one of them's got glasses.
Yeah.
It's cute.
So go to the Sklar Brothers. Something, just look them up on Google, and then it'll take it right to Earwolf. And Earwolf is like a package with multiple podcasts. Go to Sklar Brothers. I'm the guest right now, and you know how much I hate anything I do. I listened to the whole thing today.
Yeah.
I kind of dug myself.
Nice.
I swear there was a little bit of smoothness.
I like it.
And it was competitive comedy because, what to do, the sidekick puts up a subject and then you have to dabble around the subject.
Right.
I held my own.
Good for you, man.
It made me feel like my love life.
Good for you.
Holding my own. What up, motherfucker?
All right, we'll cut that part out.
Terence Michael, round of applause for this motherfucker right here in the graduate. Let's talk money behind the scenes of reality shows. You have Duck Dynasty, but they've got to maintain. Well, they're rich anyway because of their.
How are the
Duck
ratings doing on Duck Dynasty? Is it still maintaining, or is it starting to wane a little bit?
It's definitely waning.
Do you care?
I mean, I don't care. It's that law of diminishing returns, right? That economics law. It's like, you eat that first scoop of ice cream, amazing, but that second scoop is never going to be as good as the first. The third will never be as good as the second. It's like, right now, they're in the field shooting season 8.
Wow.
But it's only started 2012. So, A&E orders these, what they call cycles, so they don't have to do new contracts every time, and they order 3 seasons per cycle. So they go out there and shoot 30 episodes at a time.
Do you think that Phil Robertson sort of remarks, sort of, misogynistic, homophobic remarks kind of hurt the show a little bit, or no?
I mean, it is interesting that the ratings went down at the same time, but they say that the majority of their audience is more conservative, but maybe not all conservatives also feel that way. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's a mature show, It's kind of going into its twilight years.
That's a long time for a reality show, right?
Okay.
Oh my God!
Do you even tune in?
No, not anymore. I don't watch anymore.
you tune in?
But I used to watch religiously.
I mean, I'll be personally be producing episodes 91 to the 100th episode. I'll be producing season 9.
Of these dudes?
Yeah. I'm
You're
I'm
doing
heading out
it?
in 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm the executive producer.
Yeah.
You're the executive producer of Duck Dynasty?
Yes.
This podcast is amazing.
Should we start over?
So, look how much homework we did. All we know is a great guy.
Yeah.
Here's my homework.
I wrote down chicken wings, Tompkins Square.
I scribbled his name. Okay. Terence Michael.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there talking around. I did not know you were a fucking executive producer of this.
Yeah, it's cool, huh?
Yeah, it's I mean,
What is the coolest show you ever worked on?
the coolest show I've ever worked on.
Besides Luggage Wars, I mean.
God, yes. Besides Luggage Wars with the Big Ballers, is that what you guys were? The Big Ballers?
What were we?
I think I called you Big Balls.
Big balls.
Yeah, big balls.
Big balls, yeah.
We had the coolest shit though. We got the squib and everything.
You guys were awesome.
Yeah. And we had the warehouse out in Burbank.
Yeah, the warehouse.
And we had the bow, slow motion
That's
bow.
right. The
and
compound bow. Yeah, the whole thing.
I mean, you know what? It's 100% related to that. What I think was the most fun show to work on, which was Auction Hunters, because we found cool things. I personally learned cool things, shooting in high speed, seeing things explode, cannons, guns.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is that show
was just
done?
fun. It's done. Just did our last season here, season 6.
Now, did those guys walk away with enough cash to like buy houses and stuff like that?
They were buying houses and things like that. They probably could have gotten more. I mean, I shouldn't say that. They got what they could, but it's on another network they would have made more. Spike, as you guys know, tries to limit the funds the talent gets.
Well, speaking of funds, now Duck Dynasty, it's clear that these guys made a fortune.
Yes.
On their duck quackers. Isn't it crazy that he was a quarterback?
Yeah, he was better than Terry Bradshaw. From
Terry
what I understand.
Bradshaw was the backup. Was it LSU?
Yeah, or
No.
Tennessee.
Yeah, they went to a smaller school. So anyway, we're getting off track. These guys make enough money. Do they even care about the money that they're getting from the show? Does that make a difference to them?
Or is that to promote their duck callers, basically, for them?
It's a little bit I mean, look, they do love the show, and they're very intimately involved. They're very creative. People forget that they had a show for several years on
That's
the
right,
Outdoor
Duck
Channel.
Commander, Buck Commander.
Buck Commander actually still goes on the Outdoor Channel, but they had Duck Commander on Outdoor Channel, which if you watch it is largely the same.
It's the same show.
It's the same
We saw
show.
that. Can I just chime in here for a second?
Of course.
I did a commercial for the NRA and
Yes,
Chuck
you did.
Norris.
Yes, you did.
That commercial was supposed to be with the Robertson brothers.
Really?
Yeah, we wrote scripts for them. And that's when I started researching them. And then when I met Gurney and all those guys, and they said they were doing Duck Dynasty, I was like, of course you're doing Duck Dynasty. Of course. Fuck. Man.
That was crazy when you were doing that. When you got that gig, I remember.
They were so funny. They had Chipper Will. What was the guy on? A baseball player on, and it was some good shows. Duck Commander, Buck Commander. Really, really funny stuff. And great YouTube videos. Those guys blew up long before they hit television.
Yeah, so they're really talented. I mean, they've been doing all of that to promote. You're right, to promote their duck calls, and which is why they've been wildly successful. And also, they also have an agenda. You know, they feel a certain way religiously that they want to get out there. They feel like this helps get the word out.
I get the feeling those 4 guys aren't actually making the duck calls. Don't you get that feeling?
I don't know what you're talking about.
But their wives are babes. I mean, they get
Yeah,
babes.
they're hot, right?
What's going on with that?
There's hot girls out there. That's, you know,
You make
South.
money and you look like ZZ Top. You're getting laid by a hottie.
It's crazy, man. And what about who's the uncle, the crazy uncle? Cy, right? He became
He's
the
hilarious.
unwitting star of the show, right?
He's
Like,
hilarious, and that really is him. Like he improvs, and that's him. He's hilarious.
and he carries his iced tea around everywhere. Is it iced tea?
It's iced tea. I mean, that's the cup his mom sent him when he was in the war in Vietnam, and he carries it with him everywhere.
Wow. Yeah. What do you want? What's in your future, bro?
Wow, that's a big question. What do I want? Oh, man.
I mean, you got to hit fucking
Should we
reality
start
shit.
smaller? What do you want for dinner?
Yeah,
you
I was
hungry?
gonna say.
Well, it's fucking like what, midnight now? you want a snack?
Yeah, we're doing the midnight show.
Man, you know, here's the thing. It's like I feel as an executive producer, showrunner of television, I feel like an actor. like I immerse myself in these worlds that I know nothing about, like nothing. I don't know the first thing about hunting or being in Louisiana or anything. But it's like I immerse myself. I'm an actor. I can do that role. I learn everything about it. I'm on it for months and months and months, and then I leave. I didn't know a thing about boxing in New York when I just did White Collar Brawlers or body painting in Vegas and on Naked Vegas. It's like that's what I love.
You did Naked Vegas. You know, on Game Show Network we have Skin Wars now.
I remember that was our competition. Yeah, a lot of the same artists.
But see, the thing is, it's more than acting. It's babysitting. It's parenting.
Right, but I mean immersing myself in that role like an actor. Like I love that I get to learn about. Hey, I'm going to become.
What you do so good, and I noticed that the day we were on set, that you do your best, and you do a great job of just making everybody feel welcome.
Yeah, comfortable.
And motivated. You know, there was times like, if the executive producer was a douchebag, you'd be like, really? We got to do this again? And you remember, we're not complaining because it was years ago. Remember they brought us back, you guys brought us back a couple days.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
More
well,
interviews.
this was, still part of the deal. I'm like, what? So we're here for fucking 10 hours not getting paid because you promised us 5 days. Now we're going 7, 8.
Yeah.
But you're the kind of guy that's like, says, fuck it. You make people want to do better when they're around you.
Well, I showed you where the local bar was everywhere we were shooting. It's like, where's Chunky?
That's true.
That is so not true.
When we all broke for lunch, Chunky was nowhere to be seen.
I remember the old Crow Shop in Burbank. We broke for lunch.
Yeah, I know.
Like, where did you go? It's like,
Old Crow Speed Shop.
I know exactly where I went. I went to the bar down the street.
Yeah, it's a good bar.
But the thing is, when you're sitting there and you've got the lights and the makeup and it's hot and you're just sitting there for 5 hours doing it, I want to go decompress. I just want to go. Oh, it was the Bean.
Barney's Beanery?
Yeah, Barney's Beanery
yeah,
in Burbank. So, so you just want to not talk for an hour and just sit at like some soccer game that you don't even know what the league it is, and just decompress.
Let me ask you this: was Terry in on the audition process, or was that somebody? Was Terence in on the our audition process?
I was involved. I watched them all, but I didn't conduct them. Adam Sidman was there.
Adam.
Adam.
Yeah. And
How's
who's
he
the
doing?
cutie?
He's great. He just produced Unfriended, the movie that's out. He was the DP and producer.
Good for him.
What the hell? Why are we not
didn't
getting
even get
auditions?
extra
You want to get
roles.
him on? He's
Yeah.
He'll come on the show.
He's not as cool as you. No, he's so nerdy.
But I don't know if you know this, but they asked Chunky to come in and audition. He auditioned, he got the part, and then they said, we're going to find you a partner. And they auditioned like, 8 guys?
Yeah.
And then they said, who do you want? You called me in. And then you and I had a meeting the night before I went in and said, all right, you go in as the nerdy accountant. All right, like you'll be the opposite of me. And then I went in like a kook with a vest on or something. And they were like, no, that's not going to happen. And then like a couple days later, he called me back, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to be myself.
Right.
And I made you cry in the audition. And I think I got the part just then.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it was that. I remember seeing the few times. And you came in finally with, like, you were wearing, like, worker orange. You had an orange vest on, and you had cones, and you were directing. And we were like, what the hell is this guy
I was
doing?
going through a phase.
You were like the airplane guy with the direct. It was hilarious.
It's a construction thing.
Yeah.
That is great.
Okay, so here's the deals. We are Adler and I are going. We're gonna package some stuff. Yeah. And look at you.
Well, no, I thought you were saying, I'm seeing what you have
It's
to do.
all right.
A promo.
I wasn't on.
You have 5
I wasn't
minutes
on
left,
him.
so you have to do a promo.
They didn't see that.
Oh, they didn't even see him looking.
Well,
at
no, that's because I'm thinking. I thought you were saying you have to do some promos.
No. What we're gonna do is we're gonna repackage and rejuvenate.
We're coming back. What we're saying is you're going to be seeing a lot more of us.
Yeah.
Beautiful. This is the best place to pitch. This is awesome.
Nice.
Right on.
First of all, Silicon Beach is coming to a reality television network near you.
That's a good idea.
And dude, we got like 5.
Yeah, we got good stuff.
We can get the chicks back in Detroit.
Yeah.
And we can do. I didn't even want to say it on that. I didn't want to say it.
Don't say it, man. We're coming strong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People
you
at
guys are
home.
brainstorming right here on.
Dude, we've already got them, but you know something? We got our feelings hurt. We got our feelings.
Both of them.
Yeah, we have 2 feelings. Yeah. All right, so what do you do? Where do you go? Do you have an office? What do you do? You're this producer. Do you work out of the home?
Is Gurney still in that shit building by the airport?
It's not that shitty.
God,
that's
shitty,
not
dude.
shitty.
Come on.
Do you see the new logos and shit?
They fucking sold that company for like $1 billion or something. They should have a better office.
You know something? Yeah. How much does Honey Boo Boo make? What are they doing?
Well, you know that show no longer goes.
I know. I know that.
God, I never watched one episode. I can proudly say.
For legal reasons, I can't tell you how many I watched. For legal reasons.
Well, I don't think she made any. It went into some
What about
trust.
the housewives and shit like that? The Atlanta.
The Bravo folks.
Yeah, I mean.
It's season 1 and 2. None of them really make that much money. I mean, honestly, a lot of it per personality is anywhere from like $5 to $10 grand an episode. It's not a ton when you think about. I mean, someone listening might say, "Oh, well, every week $5 to $10 grand, that's great." But you know, it's everything that led up to that. It's coming season 3. It's when they really negotiate.
Right.
That's where they start to make the money.
Now let's talk about the people from Survivor. Okay, they're on an island. Are they just making scale? Do you know? I don't know if you know.
I don't know.
You don't know what?
No, I don't really know much about the game show side of our business.
Right.
I've never been in that.
Right.
I mean, it would be fun to do Amazing Race or something like that, but it's not.
Right.
I don't do
But
Shining
Naked
Floor
and
shows.
Afraid, do they consider that game show?
Do you wish you thought of Naked and Afraid? Be honest.
That would have been great to think. Yes. It's so obvious, right?
Yeah, when I saw
Just
that,
take
I was
the
like,
clothes off.
fuck.
Yeah, that's when you know show's great. You're like, why the hell did I not think of that?
Yeah.
And you know something? Every fucking episode is basically the same, but I TiVo it.
Me too. Same with Wicked Tuna. It's exactly
Oh
the
my
fucking
God.
same, man.
Because sometimes you want that. It's comfortable.
You know what I think Wicked, you know what's so great about Wicked Tuna?
What?
Is when they mark the fish and that little sound goes off. Beep, 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 beep. And they're like, we're marking, and you have to watch. It's the same shit over and over. We're on. It's the same shit every goddamn episode, and I have to watch it.
What about Deadly Sketch?
Same thing. It's a fucking crab in a pot, and I get it. But I watch it every fucking
like a
episode.
football
Game show. I mean, not game show, reality show. Deadliest Snatch.
Oh, that's
You
not bad.
reenact the ugliest girls you fucked.
Oh, I love it, dude. Deadliest Snatch.
Yeah.
And you thought catching crabs was dangerous.
Well, that's like a show that we pitched. Oh my God.
That was so bad. I apologize.
Don't apologize to our audience.
We pitched a show to Playboy called Virgin Territory, where you go back to the girl that you lost your virginity with, you know, or the guy, and you reconnect. You're like, look how much I've improved since then. Remember how bad it was, how uncomfortable it was, and sometimes there's a love connection. Now the problem is it's just so hard to cast. How do you cast? Not only find the people that are willing to have sex on TV because
Right.
it's Playboy, but it's a good story. They might reconnect. They might rekindle.
But you know, everyone always, and we talk about it on the show quite often.
No, but as a
how'd
guy,
you lose your virginity?
yeah, but wouldn't you love to, as a guy, go back? Think about
Nope.
the girl.
No.
See, I would. I
I
would love to
would.
go back.
You
Like, it
would.
wasn't
You
great.
would, not
Yeah,
me.
it was awful, but
See?
you know when I found out that it was someone else's virginity, it was on Facebook. On Facebook, like 30 years later, we were writing each other, and you know who you are. And I said, by the way, was that night your first time? And she said, yes. And I was like, I am so sorry.
Wow. Wow. On Facebook.
I think your second time doing it with the paraplegic chick.
Yeah, with the
That's a better story.
yeah, that was. But we already went through that.
I
Let's
know.
not torture our audience again.
Yeah, I know. But see, I think my second time would
It's
be.
always the second story with me that's better than the first.
Yeah. What about you? No, we don't. Do we?
We don't need to learn about his virginity.
She lives down the street.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah, she's in Manhattan Beach.
Oh, I thought you were talking about you're still with the.
No, this is no.
What? So let's put a bow on this real quick. What should we talk about? What's coming up with him? Like what's around the corner? What's on the horizon? You know.
What do you have in your dugout, and about to be brought out into the field, and do you need anything from Gary and I? Are you looking for something? I know we kind of touched base on this, but what do you want? What do you need? Terrence, this is all about you.
That's a tough question. I mean, I'm looking for anything that's something that's proprietary, that has like a personality that anyone can't just make up on a piece of paper. You know, let's put 3 people over here.
Like Cart Life.
Cart Life?
Have you seen that?
No, what
about
the hell is that?
the families that are in the go-kart world, the racing go-kart families. Fucking awesome. Dude.
There you go.
Have
Like,
you ever seen it?
I've
The
never
cart
heard
life?
of that. I don't know anybody. And if you go to
It's on
pitch
True
that,
TV.
the network's not going to think, we can go get any go-kart family. They don't know any go-kart families. So
Yeah.
that's a proprietary
There you
show.
go, Chunk.
Dude, off camera.
Yeah, you
Trust
got
me.
something?
I already got something.
I got something.
I
too.
got something. Okay. Okay, so that's cool.
So yeah, proprietary is always good. I love comedy, but comedy is tough to sell. There's very few networks to go. They always want, who's the best in that world. Show us a new world and who's the best in that world. So
For example,
I think you were talking earlier about bars or breweries or like brew dogs.
best bars in America.
Best bars. That show I don't know too well, but like brew dogs, these guys that go
Yeah.
around and making, beer. Duck Dynasty is an example. Like that is just, that's kind of lightning in a bottle. It's hard to just look at that, but
Is that the most successful reality show ever?
it is so far. Yes, it had the highest ratings ever. Premiere of season 4, 11.8 million viewers.
Golly. That's amazing.
And the reason why I'm staring at you is because I know what you're thinking. And we've got shit that could just be tweaked. We're opening up our relationship back with Terrence.
Yeah.
Okay?
We're going to group hug after this.
It was mandatory group hug in the Garage of Love. And I say we wrap this up, but with an open door policy.
That's right.
And we dedicate a podcast to pitching him. We'll
You want to do that next? You want to do that one time?
Yeah,
Bring
yeah,
him
yeah.
back in and pitch him on
like
our shows?
like a month or two from now, we get our shit together and we go, dude, I just pitched a show at NFL. I just pitched a show and they're asking me back. It's not in development or anything like that, but it is something that they're interested in. And this may be the fucking wave. Sometimes, life is in waves.
Yeah.
You get on the board and you take it to the beach, you hit the beach, and you're like, oh, fuck, I got to go back out there. We're now going back out there.
Yeah.
And
It's time to go back.
Yeah, we're going to turtle underneath the waves.
We took a hiatus.
Duck dive.
Something? We're waiting for our set of love to come in.
That's right.
And guess what? Here it is right here. He's our moon. You know why? Because the moon.
All right.
No.
This is getting really weird in the Garage of Love.
Check this out. Because a lot of people don't realize the moon is 1/4 of the reason why there are waves.
I see
Yeah.
why it's only an hour. But
It's tied.
turn him off pretty soon.
I'm going too deep.
Way too deep. It's all water-based references now.
Everyone is beautiful. Terence Michael in the Garage of Love. You are what you do. You walk. You're down the street. You are welcome
Thank you,
in
guys.
this garage.
Chunky
Thank
B
you for
and
the
Gary.
insight. Thank you for the insight of reality show. And you know something? We all watch them, and we thank you for the work that you're doing. And that whole line, your resume is phenomenal. Thank you for being here. Adler, say your goodnights. And do you have any last thoughts before we wrap?
Go to foureyeddfilms.com if you want to see some of the stuff I do, and just say hi to all my good friends at Game Show Network. Love you.
Right on. This is Chunky B. You are watching and listening to 1 Degree of Chunky B, and we are officially, thank you, Mr. Terence Michael. We are totally DONE. That's what we call a podcast right there.
Nice job.
Shit.